Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and it's great that you could stop by for today's video. Now, today's video is going to be featuring my PowerMac G5, late 2005, dual 2.3 gigahertz, dual core 2.3 gigahertz. The door is off for a reason, because in recent videos, I put that same installation of Leopard that this machine usually runs onto this Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte spinning hard drive. This I put in the dual 2.0 gigahertz. And I also cloned that installation onto this Mercury Electra 3G 1 terabyte SSD. Now, we did also discover in an earlier video that you do not have to pay the premium that OWC charges for these if you are very careful to be sure that your SSD is in fact backwards compatible not only with SATA 2 but with SATA 1, and not all of them are. You can buy another SSD. Still, this should serve our purpose. Our purpose today is to try to discover, is it worth it? You have this, if you shop carefully, $40, between $40 and $45. The SSD that I used in my second quad was about $85. Both 1 terabyte. Is it worth spending that money? Are there appreciable performance differences? That's what we aim to find out today. So if you're interested in this, please stay tuned. Okay, we're going to start out today using the Western Digital Blue. Putting drives into and removing from these machines is remarkably simple. There's a little plastic lever there. Connect the SATA power cable. In this lower bay, it's sometimes a little awkward. Nope, went in quite well. I guess if you practice doing something often enough, you will get better at it. So we shall put on the door, boot it up. We're going to run a series of tests. First on the hard drive that I just put into the machine. We will then repeat all of those tests using the SSD. So, stay tuned to see what happens. Alright, so we have the machine booted up. Just to verify here, this is the dual 2.3 gigahertz PowerPC G5 from late 2005 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and we have the hard drive installed. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do, I have no idea if this is actually going to make a difference, but we're finding things out here. So we're going to open Geekbench. We'll run Geekbench. I don't really know that the change in disk is going to make a significant difference. I kind of suspect that it won't, but this is how we find out. Stay tuned. Okay, so Geekbench score is 2154. Now, more significantly should be Xbench. All right. All we need to run for the purposes of this is the disk test, and this should go very quickly. Okay. As I said, very quick. So our overall score for the disk test is 113.74 with a sequential score of 185.22. Give me a second here. And a random of 82.07. All right. We can close out of Xbench. We don't save the results. I just made a quick note. All right. And dismount the disk image. All right. Now, we have tests here. This is a Crucial 1 terabyte SSD connected by a FireWire 800. So, I'm going to take the old test docs folder. This is a 1.04 gigabyte folder that should copy over to this pretty quickly. Less than a minute. Now, 23.18. That's more a test of the FireWire connection. Now, I'll be very interested in seeing what happens I'll move that to trash and empty the trash. Yes. All right, let's copy it back. All right, 15.32. So this should tell us something about the write capabilities. Now, I also have a drive connected in the eSATA card. We'll do to and from that as well. Get that a little closer. All right, and go. .99 seconds. Yeah, eSATA, in terms of speed, if you have to copy large amounts of data, is a good idea. Okay. Now I'll move that to trash. That's not what I wanted at all, but we'll just empty the trash. Okay, it's gone. Now, what's it like coming from eSATA back? .80. Interesting. It was quicker copying the folder to the eSATA drive. All right. Now I'm going to run one last test. I don't know that the drive speed is going to make any significant difference, but again, I'm curious about it. Loading NeoOffice to the point that it's responsive. Okay, there it goes. All right, 19.63 seconds. All right, so I'm going to need to shut the machine down, remove the hard drive, and put in the SSD. So far I found this interesting. Please stay tuned. Okay, and now for the switch. Flip the latch. Open the door. We put the drive in the lower bay, which is easier to access. Unplug that. There's a drive, of course, with Tiger installed in the upper. Of course, this doesn't seem to want to come out for me. There we go. All right. Put that aside there. And insert our SSD. I did this in the other quad. I'm going to have to flip that down to... Oh, it's not quite all the way in. Okay, that's it. And that's it. And we're secure. Okay. Put the door back on. And now we just need to connect it up again and boot it up. All right, back again. And about this Mac. Zoom for you so you actually see it a little bit here, and you see it is the dual 2.3 gigahertz PowerPC G5 and now Leopard SSD. All right, and we're of course going to got everything set up the same way. We will go through the same set of tests. Run Geekbench. Be back with the results. Stay tuned. Well, how about that? 2154. It's the exact same score. Not that I'm super surprised by that. Let's have a shot at Xbench. Same drill here. We're running only the disk test. This will go quickly. And we're done. Aha. 2703. That is... no, excuse me, 27303. And that is a substantial jump of over 100 points. On the hard drive, it was 113.74. And the SSD, 273.03. Sequential, 183.65. I'm keeping notes here. And here's where the huge difference is, the random access. And that, of course, makes perfect sense. 531.92. Yeah, because, of course, the hard drive spinning around, randomly accessing points on the drive, is going to take a long time. The SSD just sits there. Now that is interesting. Okay, so we can quit out of Xbench. Maybe we can't. Maybe if I don't miss, we won't save it. So just copied that down. All right, now the same set of real-world tests. First of all, FireWire 800. Get that a little closer. And get the timer ready. And we're going to copy the test folder. I'm not expecting a dramatic difference here. And there we are. Yeah, 2307. Which is very marginally faster. It was 23.15. So, I mean, in real life, you wouldn't notice a difference there. Just to keep things from building up. Oh, that was stupid. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back now. What was done stupidly, rather than deleting it from the FireWire 800 drive, what I want to do is copy it back over to the boot drive. So we go. Okay, 15.19, which is ever so slightly faster. 15.19, and on the hard drive it was 15.32. All right. Now we'll delete this from here. Okay, and copying to eSATA. Go. Eight point eight. And with the hard drive, it was 8.99. All right. I did it again. Stay tuned. Okay, yeah, because obviously the main consideration is transferring to the drive. Okay. And again, it's interesting. It's slightly longer transferring to the built-in drive than it is copying to the eSATA external. All right. Okay. And then finally, get the timer ready. Open NeoOffice to usability. Oops. And I clicked System Preferences. NeoOffice is right next to it. So let's stop the timer. And we go. Waiting for the cursor. And there we go. All right. It's about 2.5 seconds faster. All right. So, what have we learned? Xbench does show a substantial difference. From what I'm seeing here, though, in the real life tests, yes, the SSD is faster, but not dramatically so. So, I mean, great, it's a good thing. Now, you can get a Timatech 1 terabyte SSD for about $85. You can get a WD Blue for $40 to $45. Yeah, I think I tend to say that the jump in performance, unless you're just regularly moving around huge files, is probably not that noticeable. So it probably makes the most sense to save the money in this case. And I'm a little surprised. I had expected to see things go a little bit differently there. But those slight speed gains, now yeah, if you're going to copy around a terabyte of data, how you're going to do that on a PowerMac G5 is crazy, but 50 gigabytes, more realistic. You can multiply it out. It would make that much more of a difference. But yeah, for average use, I can see how the hard drive makes a great deal of sense. Well, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this little excursion in figuring out what works and what the differences are between a hard drive, a modern hard drive on SATA 1, and a modern SSD on SATA 1. So, be good to other people. Other people need it and deserve it. Be good to yourselves. You definitely need it and deserve it. We'll make this world a better place, but since it isn't, please take very, very good and careful care. All right, I've got some more G4 things planned coming up. I've got, I think, what I will find a pretty interesting little series on PowerPC iMacs. So that will be in the offing. But until those and anything else that I come up with come into being, this has been Broken Electronics.